Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic of Angular signals that is computed signal. Okay, so in this session we are going to talk about what is computed signal. Now to explain this thing, firstly what we will do, we will go through some of the pointers that I have created, or you can say theoretical notes, so that it would be a bit easier for you to understand the concept. Once it is clear, then after that we will create one simple example which will show you the impact of computed signal. Okay, but before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to create computed signal and what are the benefits of computed signal. Okay, so let's get started. So firstly we will start with the definition itself, so that let's say if you are in an interview or in a exam, so if someone asks you what is the definition of computed signal, so you can simply say that it is a type of signal that depends on other signal, and from that signal they will calculate or compute something. Let me put it in a right word. So you can say computed signals are derived value that automatically update when the signals they depend on change. Okay, so whenever the signals dependent signals are changed, it will create a new value, and that value is considered as computed signal value. Okay, another important thing about this signal is that these are the read-only signals. Why it is read-only signal? Because we are not able to update the computed signal. Okay, so you can't set them manually, they are recalculated automatically. Okay, so this is very important thing. In fact, in next session I'll show you like why it is saying that why we believe that it is a read only, because we are not supposed to update it. Okay, we are not even able to update it directly. Indirectly we can update by changing the value of the dependent signal, but directly we are not able to update the value of the signal, computed signal. That's why we say that it is a read-only signals. Okay, now the next thing is it is used to compute values based on other signals like totals, filtered lists, status checks. Okay, so yes, it is used mainly for computing the value based on the other signals. Then we have fourth point, they cache the last value and only recompute when dependencies change efficient. Okay, yes, so it is not going to compute it every time, although like it looks like it is computing every time, but actually it create a cache, and according to that value, firstly it will check if it is needed, then it will recompute, otherwise it will, but all the time it will provide you the right value. Okay, then we have fifth thing where we can relate this thing with a Excel formula, because in Excel whenever we change the value of the cell according to the formula, we will get the new value, right? So that is how you can relate the computed signal with the Excel formula. Okay, so these are the theoretical thing. Now let's see the practical thing. Okay, so suppose there is a one shop of pen where a pen is on the box. Okay, and you want to calculate the total price of the pen. So suppose there are total 10 pens and per unit price is 20. Okay, so we want to calculate the total price. So for that, firstly I'll show you without like using the computed signal, and then we will use it with the computed signal. Okay, so let's get started. So firstly we will go to app.component.ts file. Here we will define some signals, and we all know that in case of computed signal we also use the signal because they are dependent on the other signal. So let's define the signal. So here I will write per pen price equal signal, and remember one thing, this signal should be imported here. Like right now if I hit enter, it will automatically be imported here, but in your case if it is not imported, please make sure to import it, otherwise it won't work. Okay, here we will define the type of the signal, which is number, and then we will set the value, let's say 20. Okay, fine. Now we will set the number of pen. So we will create number of pen. Here we will mention signal again, and this time we will write here number. Okay, and then we will set, let's say 10. So that means we have number of pen as 10. Now we want to calculate the total price. So here I will write total without computed. Okay, total without computed signal. Let's write it fully, okay, so that you can easily see the output. And here I will write signal, and in signal we will write number, and after that we will write here this dot number of pen into this dot per pen price. Okay, and these are signals, so we need to write here these parentheses. Okay, so what do you think, what will be the output here? Let's verify this by printing all these values. So let's go to app.component.html. Here we will define one paragraph. In this paragraph we will print one by one all values. So per pen price equal, and here we will write per pen price. Okay, we will put BR tag here. Then let's copy it to save the time and print it 3 times so that we can print all the required thing. Here we will add number of pens, number of pens, number of pen. Okay, and here also we will change it to number of pen. Perfect. Here we will write total price without computed signals. Okay, and here also we will change it total price without computed signal. Perfect. Now you can save it, and let's run the application with ng serve. So ng serve -- open, enter. It will take few seconds and run the application for us, and now you can see per pen price is 20, number of pen is 10, total price without computed signal is 200. So you will think that it is working fine. Then why do we use computed signal? Because right now we are not using computed signal and still it is providing us the right output. But there is one drawback. What? Let's say if we later on change the value of per pen price, so in that case it will not get the updated value. Let me show you. So what we will do, we will go to app.component.ts. Here we will define the constructor. In this constructor we will change the value of per pen price. Okay, so we will write here this dot per pen price dot set, and here I set the value as, let's say 1. So in this situation what should be the total price? Total price should be 10 only. Why? Because 1 for per pen, so 10 pen is there, so 10 price. But you check the output, it is still showing the 200. Okay, so now you got the drawback that it is not real time. In a real time it is not updating the values, and that is the issue. So to solve this issue, what we will do, we will use the computed signals, and it will solve all of our problem. Let's see how. Here I'll write total with computed signal. Okay, equal, and here we'll write signal type would be number. Then we will write here, and in we are using computed signal, so here we need to write here like this, computed. And once I press enter, you can see it is added automatically in the port section. So make sure to import it, okay, otherwise it won't work. And here we will simply define one parenthesis, then arrow symbol, and then we will set the value. So this dot number of pen into this dot per pen price. Okay, let's save it and see the output. So without printing it, no, it's not possible, we need to print it, right? So let's print it here, and here I will just change it to width, and here also we will just change it to width. Perfect. Something is wrong, let's check. Total with computed signal. Okay, now you can save it. So here is the difference, right? Here when we change the per pen price, it is computing the correct output, right? In fact, now let's say if I change the value, I will go here, and here I'll change it to, let's say 100, save it. So now you can see it is showing it as 1000. Why? And it is the second one is still showing the 200. Why? Because it is dependent on the previously defined value. But in case of computed signal, every time is checking the updated value and it is providing us the correct output. Okay. In fact, not only for price, if you change the other value also, like this dot pen, number of pen dot set, and if you change it to, let's say, 1 only, okay, that means we have only 1 pen. So in that case you will see the output is correct, 100. Okay, so at the same time it is updating the value. So this is the advantage of using the computed signal, and as per the definition you can see that computed signal value computed signals compute the value by using the other signal, and once their value is changed, the computed signal value is also changed, output is also changed. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. I hope this session is clear to all of you. If you have any queries, you can ask in the comment section, and in the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.